everyone, welcome to the newest episode of my Final Fantasy X Let's Play. I am Crowbeak, and I really like this game. Let's go into this.
Look! One of Kimahri's friends looks just like him.
What?
Both follow summoners on all fours. Hornless goatlings. Hornless! Hornless!
You come to insult Kimahri?
Wrong. We come to warn little Kimahri. Summoners disappear. Never return.
This is the second time we've heard this.
Will be Kimahri's summoner.
Poor Kimahri lost his horn, next lose his summoner.
Pitiful Kimahri, howl alone, howl alone.
I can't remember if we ever find out during the game
Those
why...
two, got something against you? What? They were just picking on you?
Kimahri will deal with them.
And I'll help.
Kimahri alone.
But,
It's Kimahri's problem. You can't interfere. It's a rule.
Whose rule?
I'm worried.
Let the Ronso deal with Ronso problems, yeah? That's how it's always been.
I mean, I'm worried about those summoners disappearing.
They aren't just disappearing into thin air.
hey, if we Guardians do our job, no problem, right?
Oh.
Confident.
Yeah.
I can't remember if we ever find out why exactly these two Ronso are so mean, for lack of a better word really, about Kimahri's broken horn. We will go through the Ronso homeland at a point later in the game, but a pretty big story development happens there, and it has completely overshadowed my memory of anything else that happens in that place. Is it just because it's a disfigurement? Like, I mean... what? Those horns are pretty cool, and especially since they're kind of a warrior race, it seems like I can see how that the status of the horn as a usable weapon might maybe have created some importance on having the horns at some point. If not now, then at some point for sure. But, yeah, I can't remember... I mean, it's not like he was born without a horn. He still has half his horn, but they're calling him hornless. Interesting. And yeah, I don't remember anything about that. I feel like there was something else in that conversation I was going to talk about. They mentioned the summoners disappearing and said that Yuna was going to be next. I feel like that is just them being mean. If I remember correctly, it's not like they're making the summoners disappear. I don't remember what does make the summoners disappear. But I'm pretty sure it's not the Ronso. They're definitely interested in messing with Kimahri, but the Ronso, if I recall correctly, don't have anything against summoners inherently. Oh wait, Lulu's not summoned. She's darkened. No one cares. It does not affect her ability to do her thing at all. Kapow. And then we'll pull out Kimahri. That dude, hopefully, doesn't use that thing multiple times in a row. Should have used Esna on what's-her-face though, I guess. Yeah, we'll just use an item, because I have plenty of money and can always restock, is the word I was looking for. I also don't remember anything about how Kimahri lost his horn. Ah, seriously? Seriously is serious. Hard. This is harsh. Yuna being confused is not a problem. She whacks someone. It's just not going to do any. Kimahri is a little bit more dangerous. Not super more dangerous. Oh, she's still silenced. No. Well, I might wish I still had these echo screens later, but right now, I don't have enough caring. Lulu, we will switch you out to someone that can get silenced without a problem.
So who's next?
He's next. Smack him. Let's see. So she can attack now. Fire. And I will have Kimahri Esna himself. And it looks like he's no longer silenced. He is still silenced. I was wrong. Well, battle is over now. It doesn't matter. The summoner is getting lost. I just don't remember what that is. Surprise for me as well as for anyone watching this who hasn't played the game. And or people who have played the game but like me just don't remember. There are fragments of some of the minor plot lines that I remember. And then other things that I just don't. Attack. Curse smack. Not a curse smack though, really. Well, anyway. While I'm killing things, and don't really have anything else to talk about, I guess I'll talk about Star Wars, because I've been kind of obsessed with that lately. I'm excited about the new Star Wars movie. I guess there's a new international trailer. I'm not planning to watch it. Ooh, who have I not used? I don't think I've used Rocket yet. I'm not planning to watch it. The trailer that was released a couple weeks ago was plenty for me. I already know I'm going to see the movie. The only reason I watched that trailer in the first place was because Twitter was abuzz about it, and I thought, well, why not? I usually don't watch stuff for things that I already know I'm going to see, because these days it's common to put spoilers in trailers. And I just don't want to deal with that. Oh, I should have changed Waka to Kimahri. But, yeah, good times abound. I want to leave her out. Fine, I guess we'll smack him. With a cute little Moogle doll. Honk. Oh, or miss, because she's darkened. Ow? Hey, will Esna fix both of those? Esna should totally fix both of those. All three of those, because she was darkened too. Not that I cared about being darkened, but hey. Let us put some... Oh, this is gonna kill it. Sweet. Put some hurt on this thing. Yuna's magic points are really quite low. What do I have that might deal with that? I don't want to use that. I'll just keep going and be more careful about what I do with Yuna's magic. War treasure. One thing that's interesting about this game, it's very tunnel-like. This is the thing that many people dislike about the game. I don't mind because it allows them to control the story pacing, and if you've been watching this for a while, you know that I really like the storytelling in this game, so totally okay with it. But there are no secrets in the game that are not findable via the map. There's nothing where the map says it's dark, but you can go there anyway. And this is not by any means the first game to do something like that. But it's... I think it was... No, it wasn't even the first Final Fantasy game to make it super easy to find everything, because Final Fantasy 9, if not also 8 and 7, also had... they had a button you could press that would bring up indicators on the screen for where exits were. That's what it was. 7 definitely had a button that you could press to bring up indicators for where exits were, but I think that was all, whereas Final Fantasy 9 had, like, if you came across something you could interact with in the environment that would do something for you, it popped up a bubble over your head, and it was just impossible to miss anything. But in this one, it's just, you can follow the minimap and just never look at anything else, basically, if you want to. Though that was never really a problem when I was first playing the game, because the game was absolutely gorgeous when it came out. Definitely top of the line. That was the time when Squaresoft, then Squaresoft, now Square Enix, was was just winning the graphics game.
Allow me.
Every time they came out with a new game, you knew you were getting the best graphics available. And they are still at the top of the graphics game in that you can expect to always get the best stuff that's available, but there are no longer the leaps in graphics are no longer as big. Like, Final Fantasy VII was a huge leap in graphics, even though the graphics were just blocky stick figures, basically. But...
so be it.
Lost my train of thought. Oh, and then from 7 to 8, they go from blocky stick figures to characters who basically look human, but there's so much anti-aliasing... Not anti-aliasing, that's the wrong word for it. There was... Like, Final Fantasy VII was hand-painted backgrounds that were really neat, and then these blocky old stick figures in front of it, and they definitely didn't match. But the game was good enough that it didn't really matter too much. It was still, both the hand-painted backgrounds were a higher fidelity than you would expect from other games at the time, and the 3D models it was the beginning of 3D models of your characters walking around at the time, so it was still really great, even though they didn't match. Final Fantasy VIII had the foreground and background matching but it didn't have the hand-painted backgrounds. It actually, or did it? Maybe it did. It's been a while since I looked at it. I want to say that it was actually fully 3D environments, but I don't quite remember.
Got you covered. Oh yeah.
I'm making a really thoughtful face right now. Well, either way, the background and foreground characters definitely went together a lot better. Ah, gosh, I just can't remember now.
You called?
Now I gotta go find some screenshots of that game. Final Fantasy IX was not as big a graphical improvement over Final Fantasy VIII as 8 was over 7 or 7 over 6. And I say graphical improvement from 6 to 7, but I believe that both 2D and 3D graphic styles have merit. So I don't know that it's entirely accurate to say that the graphics in Final Fantasy VII are better than those in 6, because 6 had pretty good, not the best graphics of the era. There were some other games that came out after it on the Super Nintendo which were just beautiful, like Star Ocean and Tales of Phantasia. Hey, it's the summoning lady again. I want to finish my thought, if I can remember what it was, before I talk to her. Ah, yes. There was such a big technical gap between 6 and 7, if not necessarily an artistic gap. Like, because they were trying to get over these technical hurdles to have the 3D characters on screen and to try the hand-painted backgrounds, it still felt like a huge leap, even though, looking back on it now, like I said, the characters in the background didn't really match in a lot of ways, especially when you had characters like picking stuff off the ground or something. The 2D backgrounds and 3D characters, they just didn't mesh very well. 8 made them mesh better and improved the quality of the characters. 9 had big improvements in textures, so it was I remember what it was. Hand-painted backgrounds for individual zones, and then 3D overworld, and that was for both Final Fantasy VIII and Final Fantasy IX, if I remember correctly. Final Fantasy IX was not a huge leap up from Final Fantasy VIII, but it was definitely an improvement. It also had a different art style. Like, there was kind of this neat cartooniness to Final Fantasy IX. There's a lot of good things about Final Fantasy IX, but yeah, the leap from 6 to 7 was huge technologically. The leap from 7 to 8 was huge technologically. The leap from 8 to 9 was not as huge technologically, but 9 was still a more beautiful game than 8 to my eyes. And then 10 comes along, and holy crap, another huge technological leap. And I think that's the biggest graphically technological leap that we've seen from one Final Fantasy to another. 11 was an MMO, so graphics weren't really the big thing there. And then from, I guess from 11 to 12, or even if you go from 10 to 12, 12 was actually, yes, another big technical leap. Yeah, 12 was beautiful. It's really the only good thing I have to say about 12. I didn't like 12. But anyway, let's talk to the summoning lady and have another battle.
We meet again.
Yes, we do.
I heard you took part in Operation Mia.
You are the same voice actor as Donna.
You've seen that Machina aren't the answer. In the end, only summoners can hope to defeat Sin.
You are right. I must train harder.
I can help with that, if you like. I propose a contest of Aeons. A friendly contest, of course.
Bring it
I'm ready.
on.
That's the spirit. But before we begin...
Oh yeah, free
I have
heals.
healed your...
Oh, just for the Aeons. Well, that's okay. We're only fighting with Aeons anyway. I don't think my Aeons were even down. She always brings out whatever the most recent summon, the most recent Aeon that you have obtained is, and you must fight that off with whatever else you have. I will start with Balefort, because why not? I can't remember if you can defeat this easily with just one. If Reet was defeated easily with just the one Aeon, but I mean you only had one other Aeon to use. You can't summon the same one she's using. Balefort. Okay, Sonic Wing. I'm basically gonna Sonic Wing until... Ooh. I don't know what it was moving to. Sonic Wings until Sonic Wings will no longer push the enemy back, and then just beat the crap out of it. $28.12. Not too bad. Oh dear!
Don't hold anything back.
I may be regretting that action. Ooh, touched. Ah. Oh god, nope. Bye Balefort, it was nice knowing you. Oh! Oh! He lit! Oh, nope. Just nope. Well... that sucked. Don't attack my summoner! What are you doing? Stop! The fact that the Lightning Temple had the mushroom rock around it, like the magic rock around it, is really interesting if you think about it, because you actually can't have lightning without having earth in real life. He's gonna get 2 attacks off no matter what I do. That'll make it 3. This will make it a whole bunch. You know what? Do I know how much hit points he has? No. Usually you have to finish out that health bar. Oh gosh. Let's attack him. See how things go. Stupid haste. Stop it. Oh man. Maybe that was for the best though. We will now try Hellfire and see how it goes. I can't remember if there's a good strategy for trying to defeat him. It's just to hope for the best. I do kind of wish this could be skipped. That was one thing that 9 had that no other Final Fantasy game that I can recall has, that I really missed. Final Fantasy 9, the first time you summoned a summon, or overkill, yeah. Hung on by a thread. The first time you summoned a summon, and I think big attacks this counted for as well, but you would see the full animation, and then by default, after that, you would get a shortened version, with the full version just popping up every now and then so you could still see it. I believe I've mentioned that at an earlier time during this Let's Play, an earlier episode.
Here, your prize. Go on,
but
take it.
I mean, it was the best of both worlds, and it was a really balanced amount, and they haven't done it in any other, Final Fantasy game that I can think of. What? Oh. Huh. I believe this ability existed from the beginning when this game was first released. I don't clearly remember, but it seems like a thing. And I don't remember if I ever did much with it.
I look forward to meeting you again. Till next time, Yuna.
So this is interesting. I didn't remember that 10 did this thing, kind of like Final Fantasy 12 does, where it stretched the tutorials out forever. Not forever. Like, 10 doesn't do it to the extent that 13 does, but that's another trait they share, which is interesting. Final Fantasy 13 took it to a bit of an extreme, though. You get your last tutorial like 25 hours in. Holy crap. just holy crap. Anyway, I forgot to start keeping track of time when I started this episode, so I'm gonna end right here. Bam.